Hi everyone, my name is Zach Dischinger. I'm the founder and CEO of Formula Z Cosmetics, and welcome to the Boss of Gloss podcast, where we talk about everything beauty, being your best self, and running your empire. Today I'm joined by none other than Braxton Fleming. Braxton, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely happy to be here. Thank you.
So, Braxton is not only the founder and CEO of Stealth Bros & Co., but he's also the first Black transgender man to receive funding from not only one, but two sharks on Shark Tank. So can you tell us a little bit more about Stealth Bros & Co. and the inspiration behind it?
I mean, really, it started because of my own personal journey. It was really something that I needed, and as I was learning about myself and watching YouTube videos of other trans men, I was like assessing what they were doing without realizing it because I was also a nurse at the time. I mean, I'm still a nurse now, but I was realizing that there wasn't anywhere specific for our hormone replacement therapy to go. So one day I went into like Marshall's or some store and I was looking for a bag for my own medication, and I just couldn't find something that I felt suited who I was as a person, that was organized in a way that it would make it, more efficient for my weekly injection. And that's really what inspired me, was really just my own personal need, and really like indirectly assessing other trans men online and realizing that, hey, look, not only do I need this, but I feel like other people are like unsafely storing their medication. There's nowhere to really dispose of the needles appropriately in like a cool way. So that was really the motivation and inspiration behind creating Stealth Bros.
Yeah, no, I think definitely a lot of businesses, I know for me, for sure, I didn't see myself represented on the shelf. Mind you, this is like in 2017 before all the beauty boys. But yeah, no, it's definitely a call to action. I didn't see myself represented on the shelf, and whatever someone may be going through at the time, it's it's almost like a problem solving situation. So as a certified LGBT business enterprise, what impact do you hope to have on the LGBT community?
I mean, I definitely think, because that's our foundation. Our foundation is built within community to give back to those same individuals who ultimately helped me obtain my own top surgery. So that's what we do every year. We give back to at least two people and just help with financial aid towards their gender affirming surgeries, or if they need gender affirming items, then we help provide financial support to them in that aspect.
Got it. No, I totally understand that for sure. And I think community is at the heart of my brand. It's at the heart of your brand, and it's what makes our brand special. It's the community aspect of it. And I think, our customers, our consumers, our family, they're so important because we learn from them, they support us, they help us grow, like you said, especially at the beginning. If you're initiative based, a lot of the community actually comes through the philanthropic side, when we were working with the Trevor Project. So it's definitely less of a business plan and more of a passion project. So can you tell us a little bit more about the products offered by Stealth Bros & Co., and how do they provide a sense of safety and discretion and glamorization for individuals using injectables and medical devices?
Sure, absolutely. So we have four, well, now five main products. But our first main product is our Junior Dop Kit, which is a small, organized bag that pretty much can line you up for your week-to-week injection or your daily injection. However, it fits the individual's medical needs. And then we have a second product, which is called our Original Dop Kit, which was our first product. And that's really just a basic toiletry bag. The OG Dop Kit, yes, because that's what I originally started out with. But as the brand grew and I realized what I was lacking, what the community was lacking, that's when I created the Junior Dop Kit.
So Braxton, as a busy entrepreneur, I'm sure there's been some challenges that you faced along the way. So can you tell us a little bit about those? If you've had any, I don't know.
I mean, of course, there's always challenges, and I think at around this point within my career with Stealth Bros, as far as our journey. I feel like now, I don't want to say I'm running into more challenges as we grow, but I feel like there's a little bit more pressure because now I solely rely on Stealth Bros and Co. Before I was working as a nurse full time, so it was very easy. Like if we didn't have a great month or whatever, it never bothered me because I was never starting it to create funds from it to pay for my bills because I already had a good career. I was already making money. So I never put pressure on it. So I felt like everything I went through was just like, oh, I'm just learning something new about the business. I never felt like it was like a problem or an issue or something that like dampened my day to day. Of course, I'd be like, oh man, well, what can we do to fix this? Or, I'm very solution based just in my life in general. Like I just want to find the solution. So if there is an issue that comes up in my life, whether it's life, personal, or business, I'm just like, okay, that's great. But what solution comes from this? Like what options do we have?
Yeah, it's taking something that's not so glamorous, it's taking the stigma away, and it's turning it into something really gorgeous. And I think that's something that we can all appreciate is the transformation.
Yeah, I mean, I literally like I'm not trying to toot, but like every day I have messages that come in. Yeah, it's really awesome because there's a lot of days where it is hard, you know what I mean? And I'm not having the greatest day or I don't feel like, being social and doing these things, but when I open up my DM or my email and they're responding to my emails and saying how much they love it and it's helped them travel, it's made them feel better, how they've helped somebody that they love or that they know, and even with different medical issues, people are reaching out to me that have different types of issues that aren't part of our community, and that even impacts me harder because they're messaging me like, hey, look, I'm not a part of the trans community, I'm not a part of the LGBT community, but I have X, Y, and Z, and this product has really helped me. And I'm like, yes, amen. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to, I really want to reach all individuals because ultimately, like, we all are suffering with something. So if I can help make that, that injectable moment or even just taking your regular medication.
Yeah, the community is such a big part of our brand. We'll make something sometimes, we'll get feedback on it, and it's almost like a happy mistake or a happy accident. Whereas, we didn't think about it, because we didn't have that input from the consumer, and then we'll make something, take it, adjust it, and then put it back on the market. Or, they have great suggestions for products. There's a lot of brands that are incorporating the consumer feedback back into it. And I think that's one of the smartest models right now. And also, you have something pretty big going on. I remember you said you were in a couple stores. Just a couple.
Yes, we're in 4,000 CVS stores
Wow.
nationwide. Yeah, we just have our sharp shuttles there, not our main products. But our sharp shuttles in the diabetic section are on CVS shelves, so you can go to CVS.com and put in like Stealth Bros. Yeah, and it'll tell you if it's in your local store or if you want to buy it online through CVS, and you can support that way as well.
That's incredible.
People don't realize retail is very hard. Like, it's such a tough industry to be in, and it's not something where you're like, okay, I'm in CVS and I'm doing amazing. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of hard work to build up your brand within these retail stores to really see any true success or profit from the retail space as far as like,
I was just on the phone with someone the other day, and I love helping people with brands because, there'll be so many experiences that I've done over the years and learned from them. And so if I can avoid someone making that mistake, I'm very, very happy to help. And I'm very, very passionate about the product development process. So that's why I love helping people with the brands. So looking back, there are definitely mistakes and wins. But what advice would you have to any, budding entrepreneurs or anyone that wants to follow their dreams?
I would just definitely say, just step out of your own way. You know what I mean? Because that's the problem with the majority of people in the world is that they stand in their own way, making excuses. But I always tell people, if someone says they're going to do something for you and they don't do it, what happens? You get upset, right? But when you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it, you don't treat yourself that way. You just continue life.
Right. At the end of the day, no one is going to work harder than you are. If you pay someone to work on your brand, you're paying someone to work on your brand, right? It's don't quote me, but I believe 9 out of 10 startups or businesses fail. Um, and so after 6 years, of being in the beauty industry, there's definitely moments when you have a startup and everything like that where it's just not going where you want to, but you have to look at like where we started, where we are now. 6 years, it's a really, really tough industry, whether it be cosmetics, medical devices.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people know what they want to do, and it's just about, like I said, just stepping out of your own way and just following and just taking it step by step, even if it's one little thing each and every day that moves you closer to your goals, or, starting that brand or doing whatever. I think that, as long as you just take the baby steps, research, learn, and just allow yourself to be free and don't put too much thought on outside perceptions.
I tend to downplay it, but being in this industry for 6 years is a long time, is a really, really long time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I feel like ultimately I didn't know a lot of things when I first started, but you just have to go day by day. And like I said before, like, just don't put the pressure on the brand, because that's when you're not going to win. You have to really love what you're doing. You have to have a passion about, your product or your service. It has to be something that you really love and enjoy doing.
So, congratulations to everything you've accomplished thus far, Braxton, and I look forward to seeing everything that Stealth Bros & Co. has in the pipeline. Thank you so much for joining me today, and
Absolutely,
I'll talk to you
absolutely.
soon. Bye.